So this drama is now reaching episode 22. Sniperwolf is nowhere to be found. I only uploaded one video in 3 weeks. So I guess you guys win. I don't know, man. I didn't expect that. And anything unexpected can still be happening. Which, she also uploaded a video when I was like, where is Sniperwolf? So now that I asked where is Sniperwolf, maybe she will reappear. I would imagine she is, exploring the internet of like, what can she do on the internet? Because YouTube is kind of like boring and annoying. But she's also like changing a few things. The latest adventure is to enable the comments, but filter them out or handpick them.
And today
And obviously we have the links and handles now. Is this what you wanted? I honestly don't care. Because I'm not gonna click on that anytime. Like it's gonna be a celebration, it's gonna be a special event when I first click on something like a handle that throws me into TikTok, because I can handle it myself. I'm a grown-ass man. I can find my own TikToks. In fact, my own TikTok's probably slightly better than Sniperwolf's. But Sniperwolf knows where to find, like, very popular ones, I guess. So that's cool. But hey, guys. It's kind of like a vibe of, like, I created my own Iceberg. We're going to discuss Jackson's Iceberg of what creators he likes to promote. And it's almost like, oh, look, Jackson came to his senses and is now trying to do something reasonable, right? But it's always suspicious of, like, is this actually reasonable? Is this actually changing anything? So, in a way, our story repeats itself, because I almost, like, care about the public more than the journey that I've went through. Most people are level 2 right now. Most people are level 2, and my channel reflects that very much. They just seen this video, and that's all they can understand. I evaluated Aziland, Sniperwolf, and Jackson's content. Sniperwolf came on top. Alright, there's no bias involved. I'm like, whatever I'm resonating with, whatever is interesting, it has interesting concepts, or makes me think. And Sniperwolf just, maybe I'm too comfortable with her or something, but I know that I don't like Jack's films because I'm not comfortable reading comments, on the screen when I forget the question. It's so poorly edited. It's just such a cringe, and at the same time, it's like he's relying on the comments for his content. At some point, I'm like, no, Jack, we're not watching your content. Especially the bingo stuff, I'm not watching that, but I also evaluated that and it was even worse. So that sucks. Now we will have to reevaluate because he changed the course of content into reviewing small YouTube channels, which is something that is already being done on YouTube, obviously. It's called With IQ. It's literally the thing that shows you all the stats here, like the subscriber amount is with IQ. They do live streams, they do podcasts. But mainly it's live streams that give you all those small YouTube channels who are struggling and trying to answer the question of, like, what's going on. So Jackson is not inventing anything new. And he's actually embarking on a territory where someone already, like, mastered the craft to some extent. But hey, I prefer watching Jack's films, in fact, so maybe that helps. Also, check out my YouTube Rewind, because that's way more important than anything in the whole wide world right now, to decide and to push YouTube Rewind as a concept. Because now, when you just type in YouTube Rewind, you're not going to find me. You're not going to find nobody. YouTube Rewind has officially died. Last year it was possible to actually find other people making YouTube Rewind, but now something happened to the algorithm, and you will not be able to find it anymore. I have to like make a unique keyword, craft some kind of unique way to let people find me, and it's exhausting. Like that's a puzzle to solve that no child can do at the very least. And people with enough subscribers can make 100,000 views. YouTube Rewind, maybe something will explode. I don't know, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't break through. And I'm suspecting that once people release their rewinds at the end of the year, at New Year's Day or whatever, they're also gonna flop, and YouTube Rewind will disappear. 2022 gave us a rewind with almost 1 million views. So I have to see what happens, I guess. I'm just now waiting. I have nothing that I can do. I have no idea what to do. So the best you can do is like click on my video, and maybe YouTube algorithm is going to be like, oh, well, that's interesting. Maybe there is a way to promote YouTube Rewind, you know? That's the funniest and the most disgusting thing that is happening right now to YouTube is like, they don't know how to promote new videos, I feel like, or new concepts. So this is why like SSSniperwolf is blowing up, because there's nothing to talk about. Like you see a face, you're familiar with the face, and you're kind of scared to explore because YouTube is like extremely giant, and you don't know where to go and what to expect anymore. So whatever Jacksums is doing is actually somewhat helpful to discover small channels. Maybe you get to interact with them. Maybe you make a friend. 1% chance, probably not even that, but worth a try. You know, worth a learning experience at least. Because I got that, and I learned how to communicate. But I never learned how to make other person communicate, because that's impossible. Kind of sucks. Someone's like, we started with Monica. I'm like, it's a one-way relationship. And now it's a one-way relationship with the rest of the world. Of like, I know how to do things, but that's about it. I'm the most social person in my whole world. Anyways, I don't want to complain too much, but this is episode 22. And it's a lot. Okay? And if you go back all the way again, I say, most people just discovered Aziland. Most people think, or have to decide, who is better, Aziland or SSSniperwolf? Aziland disappeared a little bit earlier this year. She stopped uploading. They both uploaded every single day. You must understand, this was a relentless grind. And somehow, you know, now they both have the reason to disappear. Which is kind of ironic still. It's kind of awkward. I didn't expect that SSniperwolf would stop. Like, it's not that difficult to make TikTok reactions, right? But apparently it is. And she doesn't want to upload it on YouTube, at least. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's cringe now, because it broke my expectation. But what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna claim, I'm not sure of, but potentially it's the best time to attack SSniperwolf. Now that she cannot do anything, cannot upload, cannot interact with fans in any way, this is the best time to attack SSniperwolf if you want. The best time to start drama if you want. I don't know. Come up with something. And technically this is still fresh in a way, and maybe that's the one that made SSniperwolf change her habits. I don't know what's going on. It's awkward. Or she just realized that she can't like grind on YouTube anymore. Has to change tactics. I see her on Instagram like promote Snapchat or some kind of like similar app where you interact with her somehow. I don't know. It's awkward. I don't know what she's doing. I'm not gonna dig deeper, because I ain't a simp, as most people would try and assume. I'm just learning from drama, because it's a very complicated concept where it's sort of like a racetrack, and people keep moving forward. And you never know when someone's car is going to break down, if someone's going to overtake you by 2 laps, if someone's going to drop a bomb or whatever. You never know what's going to happen. Doxing something I wasn't able to predict, right? Doxing I was able to predict. I was able to predict that if Jax Films doesn't stop, he's going to get shot by a fucking sniper rifle, because he's going to start embarking in Sniperwolf's territory. I predicted that fairly easily, because it's just in the name itself. You know, Jax Films doesn't fucking care. He's just going to keep on fucking crawling. Maybe something will knock into his sense of something, but it didn't. So, we got the very bad thing happen to him, which actually turned out to be very good and smart idea to dox him and scare him and make him change his content too. You know, his predatory fucking behavior on YouTube to just target one creator, which is actually, you know, not something allowed on YouTube. One person, you have to watch the video of, what is it? Okay, Andre. It's very hard to remember names now for me. But he basically realized, oh, a repeated target of harassment or just negativity in general is not something YouTube likes, unfortunately. And Jax Films also got away with that. And people, you know, get into this emotional turmoil of like, oh, what did Jax Films do wrong? Just like, open your fucking eyes. Relax. Take Sniperwolf's position. If you don't take Sniperwolf's perspective, you will never understand what he did wrong. Do you want to wake up and be like, oh, someone made 100 videos about me? You know, do you want that? Because it feels like it's also an unwanted exposure. I don't want, like, my YouTube channel to be, like, overanalyzed in a way. Actually, I'm immune to that. I don't give a fuck. But most people wouldn't want to wake up and have a really, really obsessive fan that's also nasty. You know? Like, you can just go anywhere else, do anything else. You don't need to panic over someone having subscribers and stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. The only thing you can... And he's trying to prove something, trying to fucking do something, spin a web. But it doesn't work as content. If this doesn't work as entertainment or education, it's just harassment. Like, it just falls down into the pits of hell. So this is where we are right now. Jackson switched his gears, now cares about other people's content, which is exactly what I fucking advocated for. I asked for this thing. And it took a doxing to switch gears, apparently. So, I mean, like, who else is reacting to content? Oh, wait, we're not doing that right now. We're talking about just channels in general who deserve respect more. But he had to just bounce to change his perspective 180 degrees. Bounce off something. And it's like, well, you don't have any moral compass if you have to bounce. If you had to get into trouble to bounce. You don't understand anything, bro. But let's see what he's bouncing into. What is he going to be doing? And by the way, Iceberg, Antarctica, sounds very familiar. All right. So, what is this theme of her defending herself in the edge of the world? Well, I mean, the bigger celebrity you are, the edgier your life is, because it's unordinary life from other people. It just is like that. And when we go from here, well, we figure out what is stolen content, because that's still a question mark, to educate people that, you know, some things can be stolen to some extent, as long as you're not profiting, right? Is that how it works? Who knows? It's a never-ending question of, like, what is allowed. I think stealing TikToks is completely fine for YouTubers to do, where we just, like, compile TikToks into something and sort of sell a new product now. We can transform TikToks just by putting them together side by side, because TikTok, when you go to TikTok, it's all random. So work has to be done to make it not random. Some work has to be done. It's not that easy. A normal person opens up TikTok and it's all random for them. I'm just saying, bro. So it is content transformation. You don't even have to talk on the fucking camera at this point. What Jinx did is pretty cringe. You just put a fucking video on the screen, put your face in there. But it's actually kind of edgy, and I would almost be able to defend Jinx. Simply because I am racist, and I would prefer not to be racist, so I would just defend Jinx for no good reason. You know, like, I want a black react channel if there's no good black react channels. Like, I would try to, like, argue. We have to start somewhere. We have to allow some kind of special treatment for a special little person. That's, you know, what kind of harm is he doing, right? But if he's something makes blatant nonsense and people have to act against him, I mean, yeah. So even we can go back all the way to Jinx and dig the iceberg deeper, bro. And start arguing for that. Because Sniperwolf protecting that with my self-esteem is like super simple. Also, nobody wants to talk. No one wants to communicate. They just want to throw emotional damage and pretend that when they talk about legal things, that pretend that Sniperwolf got into legal trouble, that somehow like means something. Oh, she has criminal activity. She, you know, disrespected a little girl with cancer. I don't care about that shit whatsoever, bro. I don't care. I have no capacity to care about this. In my world, Sniperwolf is not a person where I dig into their history and criminal things and analyze that shit. I don't want to do that. It's not my job, bro. So how am I supposed to care about this stuff? It's not fun to dig into someone's past. What is fun is to just get an overall picture of like, is their content good or not? So that's what we're going to do with the iceberg. We're going to ask the same question as quickly as possible. I already analyzed some of these. I don't know if Scumbag Dad actually uploaded actual videos. He did. I don't like Scumbag Dad that much, but he's a TikToker mainly. And he's fighting on TikTok to, you know, expose people who just appear nice on camera and do nice things on camera for the sake of profit. So that's that. I don't need to subscribe to this guy because I get enough of him on TikTok. That's done. Captain Disillusion is a little bit mysterious. High quality content that comes in a cost of him showing up only twice a year or 3 times a year. And it's not something I subscribe to because not enough. It's just not enough for me, and it doesn't paint a big enough picture. But, you know, I am subscribed. It's too easy. It's too easy to miss as well of his uploads. Because now you have to, like, put a face all the way of, like, oh, I recognize that. This is the strategy of YouTube success. You have to put a face that people recognize. There's no other way. People just blank out most of the videos without a face. Or without the algorithm support. This is supported by algorithm. It doesn't have a face because there is no face. But there's the sanity machine tag of how they recognize a person. So they search for it now. So a slightly different audience, slightly different type of audience, and probably can't go as viral unless you also combine it with, please guys, watch the whole video type of thing, you know. This is what I'm struggling with. This is what the territory I'm exploring, you know. And I also criminalized the ability to say, I don't care. Because I care about everything. But if I want to, like, move really fast, I will ignore criminal record of something. But this is something I can't ignore. In fact, it's very easy to ignore someone's criminal record. If you're a moral person, you will detect if they are if you are talking to a very weird person and a hard to interact with person, you know, and caring about someone's criminal record is going to make you unlikable from my perspective. If you dig into of like, oh, he did that and this, if you start doing that, like, we're not friends anymore. Like, you're way too suspicious. You're wasting your time bothering my existence, basically. And you're trying to, like, incriminate me. Like, I don't need that shit. If you find my criminal record because I fucking have it, all right, of pushing older women because she fucking has to leave, and attacking my mom because she has to shut the fuck up, and now it's all, you know, solved. The problems are solved. They're not reoccurring. So what criminal record are we fucking talking about? You know, I want to exist too. You know, as a child, everyone, you know, tries to exist to some extent. They have to clean up their environment. They have to, you know, take over the land just to survive sometimes. So there is going to be, you know, fights happening. Criminal activity is going to happen. People are trying to survive, my friends. You don't understand. So better fucking look away from that and try to learn morality. Try to detect people who are immoral in the fucking moment as you interact with them, when they become suspicious in that moment. It pisses me off because I have to talk to these people who try to prove that there's some emotional value behind all this garbage. But they disappear because they have nothing else to say. This is not good. This is not a good vibe. You click and it starts with, oh, it's mentally unwell institute. So no, you don't have to watch that. And it's a vibe killer, but at least it killed the vibe very, very quickly. All right. It killed my video vibe right now, by all means. So that's that. And I am now scoring the whole thing. So one thing. Let me share some of that juice. So the drama keeps piling up, and now it's almost reaching 2,000 minutes, basically, of investment. Also, we have a new button that's going to help us with this quest. So Captain Disillusion and Scumbag Dad, they're cool, but they don't deserve a point because I'm totally aware of who they are, and I don't need more of them. But that one pixel art thing, I mean, I'm just like, I bounced off. Like I was doxxed by my friends. So this journey continues. Again, I'm spending time with Jack's films now, who's actually recovering. Went from 58% to 59%. What does that mean? Well, it means that he's not going to be reaching 25% anytime soon. Means that he is getting safer and safer. Even though, like, winter is not cold enough for me to exercise all the time, but it's fine. I expected, you know, at winter time, like, it's cold, I need to move around more, need to get angry more. I don't know. It's not happening now. My expectations ruin so many ways, but hey, let's keep having fun. So, I've evaluated this stuff, like 6 YouTube channels. This one, we can already close the window because I'm not going to TikTok. This this channel shut down. That's that. I gotta close my tab. It's gonna get in the way. There's some martial arts dude that cares about martial arts too much. And I didn't got the vibe that that's what's going on, unfortunately. At least that's what he's known for right now. Alright? Looking at games, judging.
And he's also,
you know, the stances and whatnot, saying like, oh, we would get hit by a stick because, like, this is a improper posture or whatever. And it's like, you're gonna get hit by a stick in general. They're just like looking for reasons to hit you by a stick because you will need to use those stupid martial arts skills anyways. Congratulations. I mean, in Europe we might need to use that because it's fucking purge time, where Europe is melting down, just like China and Russia did across 4 years. Now it's Europe's time, but let's not talk about it right now, because no one will understand if they don't follow my channel on what a purge is. And even I can't predict exactly what's going to happen. I just know it's just going to last as long as Corona did, because no one could have predicted that it's going to last more than 2 weeks. Wow. Pandemic. Well, everything lasts a little bit longer when you don't know the solution to it. There's some like old phones, new phones, and I do like the presentations, and it seems like the content is getting better because it's almost inevitable that these people know how to improve the content. You know, they're dealing with technology. So this popular video has a very good introduction. I would recommend, I am subscribed to Mr. Who's the Boss and iJustine, so for me, there's not enough space for stuff like this. But it deserves like 3 points, you know. And I'll be aware of it if I need to review something. If I want more technology. Mr. Who's the Boss uploads very often, so I'm like, I'm cool with that. He already plugged the hole for my needs. Then you have this guy who's basically, you know, they collaborate together with Jax Films, often not. But the vibe is kind of off on these 2 videos. For some reason, Taylor Swift is being demonized for not having a good enough album. Of 1989 album is not good enough for one of them in the video. But why is Taylor Swift on a thumbnail? Is that really that relevant? So weird. Let's watch one more video. Let's go past these because they look creepy as hell. Toilet time. I mean, I should probably click a little bit, double check.
Anyway, go to the whiskey tasting room.
You can tell why I didn't want to watch the video when half of it is a fucking commercial for Raycons. They don't understand still how to do ads. They think like, oh, people click on this video. They must want an ad too, served to them by force. I can almost guarantee you that in the future, ads are not going to be invasive. They're going to be rewarding. You watch an ad and you get rewarded for watching an ad. This is how dogs are being trained. And you can train humans the same fucking way of like, hey, watch this ad, I'm going to give you 2 pennies for it. You don't even have to give much. Humans will still do it by default. Put ads in their background because they're earning money or whatever. And once they earn money or tokens or whatever, they can spend it on something on your platform still. But you need to create an ecosystem for that. So this shit is so annoying to me. It's so annoying because it's still invasive. It's still showing desperation of every YouTuber that asks for money in a way. Even for a YouTuber right now, the best thing is like subathon. Where not only, I mean, you just create a weird event where you just sit through hours and hours of something, doing something for days and days, and you get rewarded for it, and it extends. You know, it's probably the most profitable thing you can do. And it doesn't like require to sell something specific, because if someone doesn't want your stupid Raycon bullshit or Shadow Legends bullshit, they're not gonna buy it because they don't need it. You know, sell them this. You know, at some point, it doesn't matter how good the ad is, you're not gonna sell it to them. It just doesn't fucking work.
Are a bunch of humanoids with security cameras for heads. And it's really compelling stuff, but I wouldn't really call that a story. But you don't need a story when you're appealing to children.
It appealed to me by accident. I realized, a face on a YouTube thumbnail is a skibidi toilet, or someone criticizing a face is someone being the cameraman. A face, your face on YouTube thumbnail where you're just promoting yourself, you're a skibidi toilet, most likely. So it's very interesting dynamic because it reflects onto YouTube, and I've made a full episode explaining the whole thing because it's all over the place. You can split people into two groups, into NPCs and emotional garbage that comes out of a toilet just to get views and attention of like, oh, I will smile to you, you like me? Oh, now I go back to the toilets and craft more shit for you. Because most of the time, YouTube videos are useless. I'll give you that much. Most of the time. Unless they're very entertaining and somehow insightful, somehow show something new to you. Otherwise, they're useless. And Skibidi Toilet is something, short form entertainment. I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with two sides fighting, and then they represent something. And it was eureka moment of like, wow. People are attracted to Skibidi Toilets, but they also attracted to the people who defeat Skibidi Toilets. And that's pretty cool.
We're all very...
I'm not enticed. There's nothing to it, to his content, that makes me feel like it's going anywhere, He's just playing around with a bunch of shit. If he's a definition of a skibidi toilet, coming out of like, oh, I have to click now. I have to look at him. Come closer. I'm just saying, it would be pretty ironic if the story just turned against you. So that's done. We're done. 80 Magic. I'm not interested in this channel much. I will give Common Etiquette 1 point, because it's not a terrible channel. It is aware of things, basically. This is a terrible channel. I don't need this in my life, my friends. I don't need to learn magic. I don't need to look at magic from hands. The only thing I will look at is like Penn and Teller Foolers, and that fills up the entire gap because there's 20 or 10 seasons of that shit. Penn and Teller Foolers is 10 seasons. I don't need much else, and I will see different faces with different kind of like abilities. So this, useless. All right. Obviously, if the greatest magic is to use the internet and find Penn and Teller Foolers for free. That's the greatest magic trick you have to learn. And not get in trouble. Or, use VPN if you want to get in trouble. I don't know. I don't want to scare people that VPNs can, in fact, take your data or do some weird shit with you. Because everyone is now disclaiming that, so I guess I can't do that anymore. This I'm not gonna fucking watch because this is the most boring content on the internet, unfortunately. Because at some point, when you master something that's super complicated, it's not art anymore. Because you don't ever lose. You just show the victory of going through like ridiculous mazes. And at the same time, I hate gameplay. There's nothing to it, unfortunately. I hate gameplay. Unless it's Hearthstone. Because I'm addicted to that shit. It's a whole universe of things. Next. So we're at 2. We're going to go... Oh, we're at 3. We're going to go at 4, I think. I like the bite-sized thing. It's just not for me of like... Also, it's meaningful to some extent. And it's very quick to, get a vibe of something. So I probably would watch the whole thing. Everything is made. All 400 videos. Just play all. If there was a button like that, but there isn't. So jokes is on you. If you make shorts, then it is infinite. But he, never switch his content. Or maybe he did, and I don't know about it, because I removed shorts from existence, and I don't want that. So it's actually more convenient this. It's weird, okay? It's weird. He seems to touch on subjects, and that's sometimes all you need in order to get inspired, to think about something in a different way. But I'm not going to rely on that, because, well, it is pretty useful still. So 2 points, right? Instead of 1. All right. Next. Again, there's a point where I don't got it. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. And this is technically that point where I'm not really sure about the vibe just yet. Let's watch this video. Netflix bubble. For me, it's like a little bit too overwhelming. They do have TV slapped on here because it's a very serious, you know, production, high quality, it seems. But I'm not sure, like, I don't like the vibe of watching movies, so it just brings me back to this vibe of, like, I don't want it, actually. This is too much. I would watch a movie if there's a lot of meaning behind it, a lot of reason to watch a movie. But in this case, I don't know about that. Oh, one more thing. We're halfway there, right? And also, it's just overwhelming how many people just trying to contribute. This is not it, but when you click on a video like this, like everyone's fucking doing the NPC thing, trying to like give facts to you, compile facts. Even this is not good enough. Okay. It's complicated. I wonder how many... I would start collecting these videos, because it's hilarious how many of them get in your way at this point. Hey, Jackson did something to Sniperwolf. Sniperwolf did something to Jackson. Have you heard? Let me share the entire story.
Sir,
But make it spicy with the thumbnail, where I demonize Sniperwolf, because it's so much fun to do that. And it doesn't serve any purpose, to be honest, to demonize people, to dislike people. It serves no purpose. It's technically a mild crime or immoral behavior, because you have to keep on piling up reasons. You can't just say, oh, someone has criminal record. It's just, yeah, pull out all your reasons, and you will not find that many. You know, you will run out. Yeah, you will run out of food and essentials to continue your journey across this drama. I can keep moving forward while people are stuck at level 2. You know, they still don't know that Jackson's content sucks, that Aziland is just weird. You know, like, why did she disappear? And is her content actually better? And how much she improved over time? And why I appreciate Sniperwolf the most. People still have a hard time doing that, so they can still watch this video and get full-blown experience of the drama, while I went all the way, you know. And people will have to relive this drama the same exact way, basically. So right now, they have to understand the power level of Sniperwolf if they want to keep moving forward. You have to understand that it's a very different life that she lives from you, so you don't even understand her life, first of all, to be able to criticize her in the first place. And she feels very isolated in terms of, like, what YouTubers she interacts with. You know, she's kind of in the bubble herself.
is someone gonna tell me?
And by the way, like, Skibidi shows up at the moment when people are making downfall videos. People are trying to, you know, destroy other people's reputation without even an investment of their own reputation being built. It's fascinating to me in a way. And we'll see how things evolve, because again, these stories work in parallel. Everything you see, it's a trending because that's how we live life right now.
That doesn't even make it.
Yeah, this is just getting out of control really fast. They pick up some kind of scenario and it just blows all over the place. And I don't like it. Because it's so hard to like keep up with something that just so bizarre, right? And unrelatable. Okay, that's a good ending though. Hulu? Is that... I don't know what this means, but if they making like film things, they would post it somewhere else as well, right? It's too confusing. I don't like it. All right. I'll give them 1 point for effort because I love that part. All right. Next. I actually got sucked into this as well. But let's watch a regular video and see how much I like it. Now, I do have evaluations, and evaluations is for next season only. I have to fix them because I can't store them. But I can still, like, use this if I wanted to.
Survived the Holocaust by fleeing to New York City.
Okay.
Each other everything.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll give one more chance. I don't know. It's not the worst thing. I'm just not gonna subscribe.
Tutorial. Not
No,
filtered.
I don't want that anymore. How to turn your videos into weird garbage. I'll give 1 point, but it's creepy. Passed off as like educational, you know. We're getting pretty deep. I need his commentary.
Say I've been using delete me before they ever...
Oh, delete me first and commentary later. Well, I'm glad I'm here. See, now we're in the depths, man. Holy shit, I'm scared. So he says it's the funniest thing for him.
I don't know if I should recommend this video.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Side.
Also, every single 25 points Jackson's gets, he gets boosted by Sniperwolf by 1 point. Wow. Because that's how drama works and competition works. Now it's serious competition, right? Will Jackson's make me like him all of a sudden? By the way, if you're asking what I like, I had a dream about it. Where I'm like, oh, I'm in introduction of a Disney movie. I must be assigned to watch a Disney movie now. An animated one, and I would probably enjoy it too. And people demonize Disney movies of like, oh, they're getting worse. Well, let's see it for what it is. I don't know. And I love Disney princesses. So there's no escape from Disney universe. It seems a little bit higher power level, or has been waiting for us this whole time. I don't know. So that's my preference. Well, and obviously everything that I'm subscribed to, which is hard to talk about because it's over a long time, you know, when I find something cool. And it usually has a little bit of history behind it.
You're doing in a place.
Not interested. Probably not interested to even give up points. In that sense. It's almost worth it. I'll give a point. Yeah, sure. 1. I have nothing to say about it, unfortunately. And to say that they are funny, I don't know, man. There's very little amount of commitment I can make in this stuff, which warrants, you know, a good introduction. Like, you you as a YouTuber who likes other YouTubers, you can introduce other YouTube channels like properly. So Jackson's is only like halfway there when it comes to fully explaining why a YouTube channel is actually good. But it is very hard part of the job because you have to analyze it a little bit objectively, so to speak. This is painful so far. This seems pretty decent now. 5 years ago, okay. Worth a deeper dive. Just 1 point. Slightly impressive, but then creepy again. Because that's the vibe. You almost like have to like kill your personality vibe and not embrace it too much, where the demon comes out by accident. I'll tell this one more thing about Disney and just mainstream stuff in general. There's enough mainstream things that you don't actually have to dig deeper and explore the depths of the internet, except for one reason, which is, you know, to find friends, hopefully. Find people to interact with. Right now, you're in luck. No one wants to interact with nobody. Alright? So you can just do the mainstream stuff and not worry about missing out on anything. I will inform you guys when you should turn around and start, you know, looking for a Discord channel or whatever. But right now, it's not the time. And maybe not even like in 5 years or whatever. It's not going to be the time. But, yeah. Enjoy mainstream stuff and ignore Jack's films and his cry for help for smaller creators who don't, will not receive, you know, appreciation because it's limited in the first place.
If I were to tell you that Spider-Man...
Everyone would want to be a creator in that sense, so... Just like everyone wants to be an artist, a writer, and all that other crap that seems easy to do. Then it gets a little bit more complicated, and then it gets very complicated, and then it becomes impossible. So, for me, it's impossible, because I want to, like, retain my personality and not degenerate, so to speak. Oh, Nicole, should I watch the whole thing?
All right, SpongeBob.
You can make wonderful art, like myself included, if you're very, very frustrated with how the world works. Then it just kind of flows out of you. And whatever happens, happens. That is art. But when you try to, like, squeeze audience for monies, that is just a simulation of a job. You know, it's very likely simulation because you get fired by the customers themselves. You know, because when customers realize that they have control over you, oh, that's a terrible thing that can happen. This is Iceberg. This is not the depths of oblivion. All right, this is where we start in the depths of oblivion. I don't even know what we're talking about. And we're also watching gameplay because of course we do. So, no, the first layer is not something I'm familiar with at all, and you're stupid, basically, because you don't know how this trend works. You have to go from mild things that people sort of have to know about, popular celebrities and all that shit. You can start with Mr. Beast if you want. So that's a good place to start everything, to be honest. And then trickle down and pull people down into the depths. That's the trend, and if you don't know how to fucking use the trend, well, excuse me, princess, I'm not watching your stupid videos, because you just exposed yourself. I can even, like, I can explain every mistake that people make, so it kind of sucks that I can't talk to them, you know? I can't make friends with people because they always pretend to be one step ahead of you somehow. Even though I don't feel like it. What? Okay, I'm already cringed out. He says it's unpredictable. Mr. B, okay. Let's watch all these three. Not gonna lie, this probably works for me. Let's see the second one. There's a lot of political shit, and it just killed the vibe instantly, so... When it comes to saying unpredictable, I mean... It's propaganda, my friends. It is not something that you would want to watch, and the unpredictable nature is exactly to catch you off guard. Which is genius in a way, but at the same time, 0 points. Sick animation. Earned its title, I guess. Bobby Fingers. 4 videos. Holy shit. See, that's the funny thing about politics. Usually they are inspiration for a lot of people, and they don't even realize how they turn their art into propaganda all of a sudden. It's like, fuck, man.
It's beautiful.
You might feel like it's very heartless to like disrespect certain people of like they're putting so much effort and all that shit. And I'm like, I was never respected, my friends. I have the superpower of disrespect. Like, until I get respect from anyone ever, and I don't want to get respect for hard work in a way, where I'm like putting a lot of effort. Like, I understand if you respect my YouTube rewind, that's very important to me. But you might not understand the meaning of it even. So that you can't even prove that you respected me. You know, like, it's just very painful to be an artist and you don't want to put too much effort. You just want to put out whatever comes out. You know, that's how you have to do it. There's no other way. So far, it's boring stacked on boring. Well, something cool has to happen eventually. I can't imagine what happens. What? Yeah, it hurts watching this because I don't know what the fuck this is. Jackson's is not killing the vibe, but in this one it kind of did. And I'm like, because there's nothing to it. And he says like, oh, it's gonna get to 1 million subscribers. I couldn't even understand the concept of the video. How did that work for him? It's crazy to me.
I genuinely cannot describe what exactly he does. That is how unique and wonderful his...
No, please, leave me alone. If you can't describe something, fuck that shit.
Explaining what he does would be like explaining the joke. He's not for everyone, but boy is he for me. And he might be for you if you like your humor with a truckload of irony.
This is so bizarre. Is it now back to back we have another unexplainable event, basically. Alright. Oh. If you made fun of Billie Eilish successfully, then fuck yeah, let's go. Because I hate that guy. Everything Jack Soames loves, bro, in this one video, bro. Holy shit. And dragons. My god. Nailed it. Anytime there's Sniperwolf or Skibidi Toilet or game theory, let's go. Except I made a better thumbnail for that shit. Why is it so red?
Ugh, what a waste of time. You know what? The same thing pretty much happened when I tried to give a bag of hair to my old parasocial crush. Now you from twice.
Yeah, it is a waste of time. I agree.
Yeah.
And it's just very cringe. Because, of course, whatever Jackson says, you have to take with the amplification effects of like, oh, if you don't know what the channel is about, then probably no one will ever understand what the channel is about. You know, from the outside point of view, especially. Let's just, oh my god, it's painful. -1 point.
But what I didn't know,
This guy managed to pull me in with this one video. Because things get actually increasingly weirder. But let's see what happens if I click on his most popular 1 year ago. If it works the same way. Yeah, cemetery, and it's very convenient to talk about friendship and all that stuff, so I posted this. But it's like you grow up and you lose things that are like genuinely valuable. Children get a lot of love and free things, but we grow up and we lose those things. And it's like, that's not something you should, you know, appreciate. Isolation should not be appreciated that much as it is right now, of like normalized and stuff. It's painful to see now that YouTube is exposing that sort of behavior and patterns. It's exposing just mental illness of people all over the place.
1%.
Yeah, but unfortunate for him, like, this historical stuff, like, it's just not something I care about at all.
Hey, everybody, check out.
Like, it's not the worst thing ever. Some of these videos are surprisingly watchable, I would imagine. Or the structure's pretty nice. I'll give 2 points and move on with my life. 4 channels left, my friends. And I believe we're entering the floor gang? Is that what PewDiePie was screaming about this whole time?
Yep.
Okay, no YouTube poop for me. It's not bad, so it doesn't kill the vibe, but like it's... And I'm definitely not subscribing to that. Oh, really complicated. One video, huh? Wow. See, that is complicated though. But the entire Bible, look at that. That's so cool. No AI. What do you mean? How else you would create it? By taking brain damage?
Existence brings me much joy.
Mere existence, bro. Oh my god. Just like poop in your mouth would exist in your mouth and would just bring me so much joy. So someone has to do it, am I right? Oh. Well, but the vibe was killed quite a bit, so 8.
Was bad.
See, the funny thing is about Jack's films, he's fucking stupid. Alright? He released the video way too early. He's so excited way too fast. You know, he wanted to just empty his system. Hopefully he does the same thing again so it doesn't look stupid. But how is he gonna promote the small YouTubers? He has such a good chance of like he's gonna interact with a bunch of small YouTubers for like 3 months or something. I don't know. For as long as the series goes on. And he will discover more cool people. So why release the video now, right? But it's more like an advertisement to suck in more attention on this thing. I don't know, it's weird. Very bizarre looking thing. Kind of like out of order. We'll see what happens. It just looks stupid. I had to say it.
Much of this, you know, I'm just...
I feel like Jack Sims is effort hunter, basically, of people. He's hunting people who put way too much effort into something. That's what he's doing. Now, for better or for worse, I don't know what the idea is. I just understand, like, it makes sense. If someone put a lot of effort, they have to be appreciated for something, right? Something's going on. Because you probably shouldn't be doing that if you're just going to be flopped afterwards. So something's going on. It's a mystery, guys. You want to solve it for me?
Came back and finally felt
Because people resonate with this shit, where a lot of effort is put in, and you know how much was put in. But at the same time, you gotta be a little bit more selfish than that, and then this just kind of washes away. The only thing I want is people to put effort and exist, in my world at least, in a positive manner. But like, actually exist. Not just upload videos where I make them exist, where I have to put in the work. I want to see what happens if they exist in my world and interact with me often enough, like once a month, say hi, talk about a topic or something. You know, that would be cool. We can do that across the internet, guys. Oh, K-pop, I was hoping for something else than BTS exclusively. Let's go, buffs and nerfs, guys. Gotta go now. At least I have a place to go, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, but I just don't care. Every single one of these videos is just a fan cam with text and a stupid TikTok voice reading exactly what it says. If you're gonna share your opinion, share it in a way that makes it memorable, that makes it have weight. Make it be more than just something I can put on a tier list. It's just so...
I put, you know, my K-pop reaction and my opinions on YouTube Rewind. And it's a pretty giant opinion, I'm not gonna lie. What you can do with just intuition alone.
Whatever.
There's a name for your favorite, right? Like, but I don't know. I might need one though, but I still don't know what that is.
But not as good.
Because that's what he does, you know.
Any of these guys, there's 5 of them, I think, and whatever, my favorites, whoever I'm pointing at right now. Espa, I don't like their songs. It kind of seems like they just got 4 people and put them together, and they have no chemistry whatsoever. And they're all really awkward. I like Winter. C+. Kepler, it kind of like...
I like his microphone because that's what I'm using right now.
We're moving over here now. I think Ive is totally mid. I don't like any of their songs, and I don't like them as... I just don't like them. C-. Oh, what does this all mean?
Motherfucker. You will get cancelled for hating Ive. Ive kind of got into top 5 of Peace Pop for me. One of their songs. Like, they're kind of OP, I would say. Like, not every song you have to, like, dig in to find that one. And I like the aesthetic of the fucking pink Ray. Alright? She is here. Ray is from Ive, bro. And she's golden too. But not in YouTube Rewind just yet. Alright? 1 second, guys.
What do you got?
What if Asians know how to fucking make YouTube videos? Holy shit. It's gonna... That's what it takes, right? It makes... You have to be cool about it. But to be cool, you have to, like, keep switching around, and it just kind of works. It is fascinating. I would give plus 3 points and plus 1 point for discovering this guy for Jack's films.
They combine highly imaginative live action with freaking animated bits. It's not fair, dude. Pick a lane. You can't be good at both. You know what? Don't subscribe to them. They don't deserve it. Trickle.
Yeah, it is pretty scary. But it's scary what it takes to be cool. And that's why, you know, Asians learn all kinds of talents. Like, they want to just bounce around and combine things, if possible. And if it works out, like, congratulations. Oh, shorts, never mind. Bye.
YouTube poops don't have to...
Okay, bye, guys. I want to go now. This video is over. So Jackson's video is not too bad. He threw in there some shorts and like it kills the vibe of the video for the most part. A lot of things kill the vibe because he's simply not experienced, and he's also trying to be cool by, you know, now chilling down the content with the fucking Iceberg by removing, you know, predictability of his previous series being removed from the whole thing is, I mean, I appreciate. I'll take that. It makes more sense now. That's it. I mean, but is it the conclusion to the drama? No. It's probably the end of drama, but there's always the continuation of some kind. Because whoever talked about Sniperwolf will get my side-eye view. Because I can judge them based on how deep they went with the whole thing. And if they just want to talk to NPCs all across YouTube and get views, and I mean, they're just shallow people and I don't want to fucking talk with them. They're just profit-oriented people. And it's kind of the way, like, the way people treat drama is the way you can judge them, basically. I'm the most moral, highest fucking higher power level being than you ever seen, but nobody fucking appreciates me, so I have to assume that just people don't have the level of understanding, and I can still, you know, improve skills in the meantime, you know, if I don't die in the meantime. So that'll be fucking stupid. But, yeah, so far so fine. Just, I'm worried about Sniperwolf, that's it. Meaning that the drama is still hanging on a, like, low note. It has to, like, normalize itself. Alright, see you guys next time. I'm not sure what's gonna, like, it's so awkward because it kind of just ended. And I thought I would just be pumping video after video non-stop because it kept going that way. It just never really ended. It's fascinating to me. Alright, well, whatever happens, I'll be on my toes the whole time.